G'day guys, we're in sunny Queensland. Well, not so sunny today, it's actually raining as you can tell, and we're gonna try to do this review as quick as we can, just so I don't get absolutely drenched. But because we love you so much, I wanted to make sure that I get this review quickly because we've got access to a brand new Santa Fe. It's a 2.5 litre turbo with 206 kilowatts worth of power and 422 kilowatts worth of torque. Now, this is an absolute game changer because this means that this car gets up and boogies on the highway, has plenty of power for towing, for those of you that didn't think the hybrid would have enough power, and is incredibly smooth, quiet, and comfortable when you're on a normal drive or a highway run as well. So let's have a look at what you get under the bonnet. So under the bonnet, as I mentioned, it's a 2.5 litre turbo petrol engine. It's 422 Newton meters worth of torque, and it's 206 kilowatts worth of power. It's incredibly punchy. So you put your foot down, it accelerates, it gets up and goes, and it throws you into your seat, surprisingly, for such a large 7-seat vehicle. So families are gonna absolutely love having more than enough power, especially if you liked the hybrid, which had already plenty of power. Now, fuel consumption of this, of course, is gonna be a little bit higher. We're still doing some tests for real world testing. Expect it to be around 10 litres per 100 in real world. However, we're talking with Hyundai at the moment to get you a car that we can do a long distance drive and test for with a full tank. Now, this car here is provided to us courtesy of the team at Barton's Hyundai in Wynnum. So we would like to thank them. They have a convenient location in Wynnum and Capalaba in Queensland, where if you're looking for a new Hyundai vehicle, they've promised to look after our viewers, providing you tell them that you saw this review on our channels. Styling at the front, you get the distinctive H LED daytime running lights. That H follow through that comes the whole way across here, that in other markets gets a follow through light bar. That also follows through other parts of the inside, like we've shown you in previous Santa Fe videos. And you get front parking sensors down the bottom, and also these active air shutters here. So because it's raining, it doesn't mean it's cold in Queensland. It's actually quite humid. So that's just opening that up to allow plenty of air to get into the intercooler and into all the other bits and pieces in the engine that need to keep running a little bit cool. So with that being said, it's a beautifully styled and designed car. Now, in this particular grade, you get 20-inch alloy wheels and a tire that is surprisingly comfortable and quiet on the road, despite being a bigger rim. Now, styling wise, it's plain, it's simple, it should be incredibly easy to also maintain. Moving along to the side, you're gonna have your smart entry and smart exit. So you just push that on and off, that gets you in and out of the car. Roof rails that are very firm, left to right. Crossbars are an accessory with Hyundai and are available as well. And from there, the back is distinctively the same Hyundai back that you get on there. The other distinctive difference here is once that tailgate opens up, it's quite a large opening boot. It is height programmable, so make sure you watch our video that shows you how to program that. You have that open and entry point down here that has some of your jacks, your tools, and a little bit of storage space. Plus also your rear seats that do fold up with a single lever there. So we'll insert some footage from our previous Santa Fe review of the interior because it's basically the same being an Elite. The inside wise though, we'll go through the front part and show you exactly what we have there. So let's take a look. Now, space in the middle of the Santa Fe, pretty decent. So got a little bit of space here. You can push it the whole way back there. It's actually a pretty roomy back for an adult and plenty of height and width as well. So you're gonna be very comfortable. Cup holders that also act as rain catchers. So if you don't have a rainwater tank at home, you can open your door and catch the rainwater there. You have these that open up and down on here, which keep the sun off your kids' faces. And this being the Elite model, it's a compromise between the calligraphy and the base model. There's no calligraphy in the 2.5 turbo at the moment. However, you get this beautiful wood grain look over here. Some nice silver stylish there. Sorry, some nice silver highlights there, and some leather padding just here. All of which make it super convenient and super handy to get in and out of the car. Some shopping bag hooks and a little bit of storage everywhere you need. You get a cubby that opens up here that allows you to drop whatever you need to in here, and a center console that opens up into directions as well. Let's have a look at the front. In terms of the interior, plenty of height, easy adjustments with the electronic seats. The Santa Fe scuff plates are standard on this particular car, being the Elite model. And it has the Bose premium sound system, which in this car is incredibly well tuned. So you're gonna absolutely love pumping the tunes, whether that's Baby Shark, The Wiggles, or some of your classics to back when you didn't have kids and weren't pumping out children's music the whole drive. There's also a couple of things to note. So they've got this nice two-tone interior going. So there's like almost this kind of silvery gray suede that goes along the side pillars, and then that matches into the roof. Then you have obviously the black, gray leather and soft touch materials at the top, the seating, and then this silver highlight here, which comes with the built-in ambient lighting as well. The other cool thing with that built-in ambient lighting is it automatically goes red and starts flashing if the car needs to give you an alert. I think yesterday I triggered it by getting a bit too close to the line. But at the same time, I had another alert that was to do with a red light camera. So it might have been one of those two, but whichever of the two, the ambient lighting will trigger it and flick you on and off and go from there. Plenty of space, really easy to adjust the steering wheel. It is height and reach adjustable. And over here, you've got your driver stalk, which will go from drive, neutral, reverse, and park. 2 wireless charging pads over here. And over here, you have your climate control that you've seen in the previous model as well, plus the 2 big digital displays. Let's go for a drive and see how it performs. So, for the drive, now the team at Barton's is probably going to absolutely kill me because it's raining and I've managed to get quite a lot of rain into the car, but I'm sure they'll forgive me if you go and see them and take one for a drive. Now, there's a couple of things that this car has that are a little bit of an annoyance. A couple of those are the driver assistance features. Now, you can shortcut them and actually just turn them off in certain ways, and a couple of others include things like the speed limit information. But the great thing with Hyundai is you've actually made it available so that you can, instead of getting that annoying speed limit warning where the minute you hit like the speed limit, it turns off, you can just have the information without giving you that annoying beeping. So that makes it so much more straightforward. And also the forward view information as well. Like you can turn that off so you're not getting beeping telling you that you're not looking forward. So we're at the lights. There's a couple of features that you're really going to like. So on the instrumentation, when you put the indicator on to the right or left, your blind spot monitoring comes up through here. So you actually get a camera feed from the 2 external mirrors that gives you what's in your blind spot, making it super simple when having a look. As we go to turn this corner, we are in the wet, but we are going to put our foot down and see what kind of acceleration we can get. And this thing gets up and goes amazingly. So fantastic acceleration, and compared to the hybrid, it's another step again. And the hybrid was actually quite nice as well. So I think if you're driving and you've got a bit of a load on the back of you and you're towing in all sorts of conditions and situations, you're definitely going to love the way that this drives and the way that this feels. In the rain, it's a relatively quiet drive and actually quite a solid drive as well. So the other thing from a drivability point, you're going to feel quite safe in here. Where some of its competitors can be quite noisy inside, particularly as the rain starts falling, or can just feel a little bit kind of uncomposed in the kind of wetter environments, and you're going to have to not put your foot down as much because the front wheels always slip really easily and things like that. So that's one thing that I was quite impressed with this car, is there was very minimal kind of wheel slip or anything like that in any of the rain testing that I've done so far with this car. So I think it's definitely a big win. Now, the one thing that I need to get back into a hybrid Santa Fe to check is if the steering wheel is the same, because for whatever reason, this feels a little bit thicker and a little bit nicer than the standard hybrid, but it also might just be me forgetting how the standard hybrid was, because we reviewed that obviously last year, quite a little while ago. So that might be more of a memory lapse on my part, but I still think the Elite is the model to go for. It's got everything you need. It's got dual zone climate control, it's got heated and ventilated seats, and it's got your premium seating that's super easy to wipe clean. It's got all the key safety features that you're going to need, and it's got a massive digital display on both sides there that is going to make you feel super up to date with tech, plus the ambient lighting. I don't think there's actually a need for you to go to a Calligraphy unless you absolutely want one or two of those features that the Calligraphy has. But like my previous video, I think the Elite is actually the best buy out of the range for the Santa Fe's, and I'm actually quite glad that, you know, I don't know if Hyundai is planning to release a Calligraphy 2.5 litre turbo later on, once maybe supply eases up, or I'm not entirely sure if that's maybe a consideration, but you know, I think releasing the Elite grade first instead of what a lot of other manufacturers would do, and they would release a top model Calligraphy equivalent, I think has actually been a wise move, because it just better suits more of the customer base. You can get a base model if you'd like, so that is still available. You know, going through some of, you know, these little, I don't even know what they call them, but like the central islands that you have on the road to get people to slow down when it's too long a straight of a road. You know, the car feels pretty composed. There's very minimal body roll. I remember when we took the hybrid down through Seal Rocks in New South Wales on the drive back to Brisbane, you had a very, you know, kind of composed drive through that curvy, windy mountain road, and very minimal body roll there. And this does exactly the same with the addition of additional power. So I think if you take it for a drive, and you maybe took the hybrid for a drive and you weren't quite happy with the power on that one, you're gonna absolutely love the power on this one. So definitely make sure you take one for a drive. Go to your local dealer, go to Barton's if you're in Queensland. Barton's will, they've committed to giving our viewers a discount, but also we're discussing at the moment potentially with them doing some longer term reviews that will help give you a better understanding of what real life is with some cars. So make sure you stay tuned with that. And until next time, guys, thank you for watching. Please ask any questions in the comment section, and we'll make sure that we do a long distance single tank review very, very shortly with the car that Hyundai is organizing for us, so that we can do a back-to-back type comparison from Sydney to Brisbane and show you what that's like. One last feature that I'll show you, which I really like in the Hyundai Santa Fe, is the reverse camera. So despite it being raining and having a little bit of, you know, kind of patchiness on it because of the water droppings, it's still really clear and really easy to use, particularly with that nice bird's eye camera just to the side there. So you can always have really easy, convenient parking. If you want to use a 360 image, you can, and maybe just to check that, you know, you're within the parking zone or bay. And being quite a large car, you know, it certainly doesn't feel like a large vehicle to be driving, but some people might feel like it when maneuvering. So definitely gives you that advantage there. So make sure you check out the full review of the Elite Hybrid. That will give you all the vehicle specifications at detail on there. But this will also give you a bit of information more on the 2.5 turbo petrol engine versus that 1.6 turbo hybrid engine that we reviewed in the hybrid. Look, I'm a little bit torn as to which engine I would choose, because I was quite happy with the hybrid, and the fuel economy on the hybrid is exceptional. But if you want a bit of power and you want to just be able to put your foot down and get up and boogie, this I think might be the winner. So once we do our full drive review and we get back-to-back comparisons on what the fuel consumption is like for the same journey that we did in the hybrid, I'll be able to let you know which of the two I would pick and which one you should consider if you're wanting something that is going to be comfortable for touring but also has a bit of power and punch. So let me know in the comments what you'd like to know for next time.